Hey guys, so we do have a new rumor here about that the 2014 iPhones is going to come in two different display sizes and also might come with a curved display at the bottom. So this is a concept that you can see from Federico Siccaris, which has been making some other pretty interesting concepts. The main thing that Bloomberg here is saying, that some sources have been saying, is that two new iPhones next year. I mean, who knows what they're going to be called? I mean, we do know that one probably is going to be called the iPhone 6, but the other one, what would it be called? Because Apple can't call the iPhone 5s for if they create like a cheap plastic version of the 5s, they can't call the iPhone 5C because that one's already available. Maybe iPhone 5CS. Who knows, or maybe even iPhone 7. So these rumors are saying here a 4.7-inch display iPhone, possibly the iPhone 6, and then a 5.5-inch like Galaxy Note iPhone, same size as the Galaxy Note 2, I think, yes, or maybe the Galaxy Note 3. Oh my god, I can't even remember the size in my head. But this is pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting. 5.5-inch iPhone. Wow, that would make it almost like a. I mean, I've been waiting for that to see Apple. That would be. I've been waiting for Apple to release something bigger, because Apple's always been behind everyone else, especially in display size. It's been retarded because the display size really is a lot about the experience. It's about how big the phone is. I mean, you want to have a big display. 4-inch is retarded for this year and also for last year. It's so behind, but the next year with this, if they're gonna have one iPhone 4.7-inch and another one 5.5-inch, that would be pretty dope. About the curved display, also have some rumors here that Apple is working on a curved display, which would be downward at the edges, which this person is saying. They're also saying that Apple is working on some sensors that can feel the difference between light touches and heavy touches, but that this might not be in the next year's 2014 September lineup of iPhones. But I can't wait to see the new iPhones. I mean, this is something that I want to see. I remember when the iPhones only were a 3.5-inch, that was like mid size, and everyone wanted to have like a 4.5-inch iPhone, and then they just released a 4-inch. So I want to see a bigger one. I want to see a bigger one. Come on, Apple, you can do this. And maybe I would go fully iPhone next year if they would do this, because this could be something extremely big, extremely cool if they did. So if you want to read the article, I might link to it in the description down below. So yeah, just a quick little video about this. Hopefully you did enjoy. And also, I would love to hear your thoughts about this. Like, would you like and enjoy a bigger iPhone? I think majority of people would, because that's something that we're waiting for here. You can also see on this concept here, when it has a curved display, that it looks like a fat phone, and we're probably not going to see that because that would be pretty retarded. It looks almost like an iPhone 3GS, but I kind of like this concept anyway. So yeah, just a quick little video about this. Peace out.
From the very beginning, the iPad was designed to be very powerful, very capable, but also remarkably simple to use. So our goal was to take all the amazing things that you can do with a full-size iPad, but pack them into a product that is so much smaller. And that's what we did with the new iPad mini.
One of the things that makes iPads so incredible is that there's almost no end to what you can do with it. So when we decided to make the iPad mini, we wanted to make sure it had all the features that make iPad so magical. We began with a display that has the same resolution as the iPad 2. So all your apps and content look and work the same way. And at 7.9 inches, it's small enough to fit in one hand, but it's still large enough to give you that rich, immersive iPad experience. It has a dual-core A5 chip for fast, fluid performance, both FaceTime and iSight cameras. It gets a full 10 hours of battery life, and it runs more than 275,000 apps made just for iPad. These aren't scaled-up phone apps. These are powerful apps that take full advantage of iPad mini's beautiful display. You can access all your favorite music, movies, and TV shows from the iTunes Store. 1.5 million books on the iBook Store, and over 5,000 magazines and newspapers on Newsstand. And another thing we're really excited about is that iPad mini comes with FaceTime HD. Seeing your friends and family in high definition makes you feel like you're that much closer.
If all that we had done was take the original iPad and just reduce it, all that you would be aware of was everything that was just missing. That there is inherent loss in just reducing a product in size. And what we did was we went back to the very beginning and we took the time to design a product that was a concentration of, not a reduction of the original. We felt strongly that 7.9 inches was exactly the right display size, but it became clear that we had to reduce the width of the borders so you can still pick it up and easily use it with one hand. We have continued to develop our unibody process. There are essentially two parts to the enclosure, the glass and the aluminium. And that junction, where the two parts actually come together, is incredibly important. The diamond cut chamfer meets seamlessly with the glass, and I think it's a beautiful detail that further reduces parts and actually makes it more durable. We also designed an entirely new smart cover for the iPad mini. By eliminating the separate aluminium hinge, we now essentially wrap the iPad mini in a single, simple colored material.
The biggest challenge that we faced was incorporating all of these great features in a much smaller and lighter device. In order to do this, every part had to be custom designed, starting with the display. The glass on the front and back are only 0.2 millimeters thin. The touch subsystem is a mere 0.12 millimeters thin. It weighs half as much as any we've ever done before. Beyond the screen, we took some dramatic steps to maximize interior space. It has the largest and thinnest single-cell battery we've ever designed. We designed a smaller motherboard to house the powerful A5 chip and built in the new, smaller Lightning connector. We also redesigned the iSight and FaceTime HD cameras, and they allow you to take amazing photos in HD video. We've been able to build all of this technology into a device that is only 0.68 pounds and 7.2 millimeters thin.
All of these efforts combine to make a product that is incredibly thin and light and has absolutely remarkable levels of fit and finish. And I think the result is an extraordinary iPad, one that will be used in so many different places, in so many different ways.